I'm here with Axel Rudi Pell to talk about Ghost Town, the upcoming new record coming out March 20th on Steam Hammer. Always a pleasure to see you and speak with you about
My
new
pleasure.
Axel Rudi Pell music. So let's get right onto it. And let me ask you this. What do you feel fans can expect from Ghost Town?
Everything, because I'm a genius and I write very good songs, the best songs you ever heard in your life. I'm kidding. A typical ARP style, melodic metal or whatever you call it, or hard rock or whatever you would like to call it. I don't have a clue. So it's yeah, it's I think uh, there's not one fitting track on the whole record you can listen to from the top till the end in one row without getting bored or whatever. I think it's a great album. Every track is perfect. I love them all. Oh, sorry, I'm smoked too much.
No
Yeah,
worries. I gotta ask you this because you mentioned something I think it's interesting. You said no
yeah.
fillers on this album. When you're writing an album, do you write as much from an artist standpoint, or do you also put a little bit of a fan standpoint and you think
Both,
about what the outcome is going to be?
definitely both. Because when I write songs, I never would choose a song which I'm not standing 100% behind, which is not true to myself. It would be any difference when I say, "Oh, it's not one. I don't like it that much." I mean, it's okay song, but could be better. I would never record that. So when I record a song, I definitely it's 100% ARP proved in my soul, in my heart, in my ears, whatever. And I think when I think about it, what would the fans say when they now hear this song? Is it okay for them, or would you say, "Oh, that's cheesy," or whatever? So I'm always trying to be myself, but with the head and the ears of the fans too. I don't know. I
Eh,
always try to give my best to find a combination of both.
So for this record, Ghost Town, is there songs on this record that when you first started to develop the tracks, they
Yeah.
perhaps felt to you that I don't know if this is going to be good enough, but then the more you worked on them, they kind of
No.
developed in what they became?
No, because no, originally when I write a song, when I first had the guitar riff, for example, I said, "Is the guitar riff, is it okay? Can I do something? Can I work with it around so that in the end the result will be fantastic, in my opinion, or whatever." If I say no, it's too cheesy. I don't like it at all. I don't want to work on it. I'm always trying to work on an idea which I would say, "Wow, this is really cool." And it's worth to work on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So you self-produced this the record.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you to have multiple hats on this album?
I did it in the past too.
Yeah,
Sorry, I produced all my albums so far. So there
but
was no big difference.
so for you, it's something that you're comfortable with. Do you feel like
Absolutely, absolutely.
do you
Yes,
feel
because
like you need to have someone give you some input or because
yeah,
it feels like everything falls on your shoulders, almost like you're a perfectionist.
I am. That's the reason why I'm doing it. I definitely am because if I'm not 100% behind it, and when I'm not having the direction of fucking everything, it's not working with myself. And some people ask the same question, say, "Why don't you work with an outstanding producer? Maybe it's another idea what you're not thinking of." I said, I don't like that idea because when I write a record, when I write the songs, everything is finished in my head. I can listen to it in the end. I can feel it. I can hear it, how it will sound when it's done. But an outstanding producer has a different meaning, different head, different soul, different heart. Maybe feels completely different. Even if it's a good producer, maybe you can think about, "I know what you mean. I want a bit different." And I say, no, 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 no. It wouldn't work in the studio.
You'll
No.
have to listen to yourself.
Yes, definitely. I'm the only guy I can trust.
You're definitely a perfectionist. Is there any downside to being a perfectionist, to only
Yeah.
having your voice and your voice only to listen to?
Uh, um, the downside is definitely when the record comes out, everything is on my shoulder. And if something is wrong, it's always me. It's not the band, it's not the singer, it's not the bass player, it's Axel Rudi Pell. That's a fucking asshole, that's an idiot. What's in it? I remember, I don't know if I told you the story before. There was an American band when my first record came out in 1989, the Wild Obsession one on vinyl. And the space between Axel, Rudi and Pell were very big. So it was less like three guys. And when yeah, and they
Sorry,
saw
I
the
have to
record,
laugh. That's funny.
yeah, and there's one guy from the American man saw the advertisement in the magazine and said, "Hey, Axel, Rudi, and Pell, isn't one idiot enough?" You know, that sometimes happens when I'm doing things. When something's wrong, always Axel's fault. But who cares? I can live with it. Yeah.
I love the fact that you look at those things and you smile about them and you laugh about them and
Of
you don't
course.
let that impact your vision that you have for your own music and what
Yeah.
do you want to do with your music.
Absolutely. I agree. Yeah.
Is it a part and parcel to being who you are, having a little bit of a tough skin then to deal with some of that nonsense?
Yeah, definitely. You have to be a very tough skin, you know. You have to be really strong in your head, in your soul, whatever, you know. I'm only writing the songs. I'm only creating the artwork by myself, you know. The cover artwork I did by myself too. So, I had to, in the past, I had some guys who did it for me, some really good artists. But since two records, since the Risen Symbol one, which came out 2 years ago, I'm always doing it by myself. I think it's great. I love it. Yeah. I like to control everything, to be honest. Yeah.
I get that vibe.
Yeah.
I get the vibe that if you could do bass guitar, vocals, keyboards, and drums
Yes.
live, it would just be
Yeah.
you on stage.
Definitely. Yes. Yeah. And it's good for my pocket anyway. I don't have to pay any other.
I love the honesty. I love the honesty.
Yeah.
Definitely financially would make a lot of sense.
Oh yeah, definitely would. But on the other hand, you wouldn't like to hear me sing it. Wow. But well, I can't do it really. No.
Not even with auto tune, some auto tune, no.
No, I don't have a singing voice. I mean, sometimes I hit the right notes, in the right key, whatever. But no, no, no. It's like, oh no.
Stick to the guitar playing.
Yes, I will.
Stick to the guitar play. You worked with Udo on a track on this record. How did that partnership evolve? How did that happen?
Oh, that I think it was a very quick idea. When I wrote the song, when the song was finished, actually, it immediately came to my mind. Maybe it's a good idea to have somebody include that, to have a duet with Johnny. And I say, what about Udo Dixner? Because I know Udo for more than 40 years right now. I know we're not friends or whatever, but we're meeting at a festival every now and then. We're playing together. I say, hi, how are you? Blah blah, whatever, small talk. And I say, Udo, that's a great voice who would fit the song. I called Udo. He said, Udo's called me. It said, when I hear the song, when I like it, when I think it fits my voice, I do it. And you heard the song. The next day, I got a call from his manager and said, Udo loves it. Let's do it. I said, yeah, great, cool.
Perfect. Is
Yeah,
there
it was
some
very, very quick done. Huh?
is there someone else out there that you would like to work with in the future? Maybe not a
No,
vocalist, maybe anybody.
no, I had the idea. This was a while ago. It was like 20 years ago, whatever. I thought about maybe I would like to do a record that have all my favorite singers. When I'm writing songs, every one of my favorite singers, every singer has a different song to sing on one record, on my record. That was a dream. And I started the dream with in mind that the first one will I definitely would like to ask is Ronnie James Dio. But when he passed away, unfortunately. I said, okay, now it's over because he is my favorite singer of all time. He will absolutely will be. So there was no chance. I had other guys like Paul Rogers, Glenn Hughes, all the great guys, I mean, maybe they say, who are you? Fuck you. No, we don't like it. But anyway, I would have tried to get everybody, but no, no, not now. It's too late now.
Really? Like you don't think there's a I understand your connection with Ronnie James Dio, but is there's no option or future
No,
idea of kind of
no.
bringing this project back to
No,
life?
no, no, because he was a guy I adored a lot, and he was my number one singer. So if he's not available because he's dead, I can't. I don't want to follow it, man. No.
When you're looking at a collaboration like this one that you did with Udo,
Yeah.
what is your main requisite? Are you doing it because you feel like the song will be better with that person on it?
Yeah, not say better, but has a different kind of feeling. He brings another color to it. I mean, the song is a song. The melody is there, is still there. If it's Udo singing or Johnny singing, it doesn't matter. But the structure of the song is there. But it has a different approach, different feeling, different attitude, whatever. You can hear it. It's both things on one song. They say, "Hey, what's that? That's not Johnny. Oh, that's Udo. Oh, I can hear it. Yeah, great. It's different. Yeah."
From your point of view, as a guitar player, I would go as far as to say, as a legendary guitar player,
Yeah,
when you're on your own, when you're playing guitar on your own in your
yeah,
room in your house, I'm sure when you're playing, you think about those that came before you that influenced you as a guitar player. But do
definitely.
you
Yeah.
also think about those that you have influenced to become guitar players?
I'm not thinking about them, but I know that a lot of people that, hey, well, I got some emails and already on reviews or whatever and comments on the internet. So I know that I influence a few guitar. I don't know how much, but maybe a few. But I'm not thinking about it. I'm thinking about nothing when I play guitar, really. I mean, of course, you can still hear the influence of my own idol, like Richie Blackmore, Michael Schenker, all the great guys I used to grow up with, in the 70s. They're still somewhere built in my head, go through my fingers, I don't know, into my play. But I definitely found my own style of playing. Yeah.
When it comes to that own style of playing, is there room for like we're in 2026? I feel like everything that could be done has been done. As a guitar player and as someone who's developed its own style, is there still room for growth and development as a guitar player?
I don't think so. I don't think, like you said, everything is said and done, everything's played. You can't do better than for example, Eleven Halen. You can't do better. You can make it different things. What will happen then? I don't know. And a guy who can play with his hand and his feet together, I don't have a clue. Is it interesting or is it just boring? Is it, oh, that's cool. But can this guy write songs? I don't have a clue. So I think everything's said. I think a new guitar player should try to find his own style, but I can't describe how you can do that. I don't know. I have my own style, but I don't know how it happens by accident, for example. I don't know. Probably.
When you have a discography like you do and the experience that comes along with it, when you're writing a new record like Ghost Town,
Yeah.
how much do you try to forget about what has been done before and you just concentrate on what needs to be done now?
I don't think about the older tracks. When I write song, when I'm in my composition phase or whatever composing phase, I don't think about if there's a riff, if someone had it before. I mean, if it's too obvious, I say, okay, I can't do that because it's definitely this and this is a song from that and that band. I can't do that. Or sometimes it happens, I play guitar. Oh, well, this riff is cool. No, no, wait a minute. It's too similar to one of my own. I'm thinking about creating something that nobody played before, but every riff in the world has been played several times, but in maybe different speed, different attack, different rhythms. I don't have a clue, but everything's happened before. But I'm not thinking much about it. As soon as the song is cool, sometimes it happens to say, "Oh, this song reminds me of." Oh, wait a minute, I can't remember. But mostly from other bands, not for myself.
So I was wondering that, like, have you ever written this or working on a riff and you're like, man, this riff is really good. You show it to someone and they're like, well, you did that riff like 3 albums ago.
No, that's never because I mean, actually, it's very funny, but actually, this won't happen because I know I can't. Sometimes I can't remember a song. You say, you song blah blah blah. I say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't remember that song. But I know every riff is in my head somewhere. And as soon as I write a riff, I say, oh, I had this before, definitely. It comes directly to my mind, and I wouldn't create another song out of it. No.
When you go on tour and when you're playing live and you're putting the set list together, how
Yeah.
much work do you do beforehand? Because you have, like I said, you have such a deep discography. So
Yeah.
do you forget some of the songs? Do you have to relearn them for the live shows? How
Oh,
does it
yeah,
work?
oh, definitely. Because I wrote over, I don't know, 270 or 280 songs over my fucking years. I can't remember everything just from remembering, I have to play this and this and this. I have to listen to the song again. I said, oh, how did I do that? I have written the notes somewhere on the paper. I don't know. I have to try to find it. I found my bass player because he has a big book with every chord in it, which we ever recorded, whatever. No, but excuse me. Um, what was the question again? If I
No, if you have to relearn some of the tracks when you're going to play shows live.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And I mean, and at the moment, I'm not playing guitar at all because I have to do interview after interview. I don't have 3 or 4 hours a day just to play and rehearse for the tour. I don't have the time for it. And I didn't play the guitar for the last 1.5 or 2 weeks already. I have to pick up. I mean, I still know how to do it, but I have to pick up and then I have to find out. Oh, I mean, I haven't done the set list so far for the tour. I mean, we starts in, I think it's 6 weeks or something. We would start, or 7. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Yeah, doesn't matter. Um, have to relearn all the tracks, of course. I mean, I still know all the old tracks, all the classic ARP tracks we played the last 65 years alive. I still remember them, of course, but the new tracks and sometimes older tracks, which we probably never did live, I have to think about, oh, which chord was it? Which started? Was it a B minor or now? Was it a C? I can't remember. I have to listen and pick up the guitar. Yeah, then it goes back to my mind and to my fingers. That's not a big deal then. Yeah.
Muscle
I
memory.
have to relearn, definitely. Sorry?
Yeah, it's all muscle memory after a while.
Yeah.
Which riff you've created that is your favorite riff to play live?
Oh, to play live. Hmm. That's really no, I don't know. Every riff. I really can't think of one. I never thought about it. I don't know.
You just love to play them all.
Yeah, I remember one song. Ma, 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 ma. No, I'm kidding.
One last question for you on the topic of the riffs. What is the greatest guitar riff ever written that wasn't written by you?
Hmm. Like I said, Smoke on the Water was really cool. I think this is one of them. I mean, there are a lot of songs which are not living only from riffs, like Paranoid, Black Sabbath. I love that song. It's followed me since it came out, when I was 30 years old. No, I'm kidding. No, but I really, there's a lot of songs, a lot of great riffs. Highway to Hell, Hell's Bells, the beginning is perfect. Metallica, Enter Sandman, whatever. One is a classic Metallica song too. I love it. There's so many great songs. I can't pick one or two or whatever.
Well, it's really
Black,
interesting to
Black,
hear it.
Black Dog, Led Zeppelin. Fantastic. I mean, this riff is written by John Paul Jones, the bass player and keyboard player, not by Jimmy Page, but it sounds so great. I love them all. Yeah.
Wow, really interesting to get that feedback from you and to hear you talk about guitar playing. You're one of the funnest persons to interview. Let me just tell you that
Oh, thank you.
you have incredible energy. The energy that you have in your music is the same
Yeah.
energy that you have in person. So
Oh, really? Thank you so much. Thank
I
you.
always have a fun time talking to you about your music, about your records. Ghost Town out March 20th on Steam Hammer. Axel Rudi Pell, not three people, not three stooges, just one great guitar player.
I'm just one idiot.
That story, by the way, that
Yeah,
story is amazing.
I
Amazing.
love it too.
Absolutely love it.
Okay.
Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the
Thank,
tour that starts in 7 weeks or so. Have fun
yeah.
out there playing these new tracks, and all the best to you.
Thank you. The same to you. Thank you for your time. Great interview. My pleasure as usual. Perfecto. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.